How's it going, everyone? Bonnie here, and today I want to talk to you about the Tier 9 in the new French auto-loading medium tank line. It is the Project Lewis. This tank has very good burst damage, it's quick, it's exciting, it has a fun playstyle, and I want to talk to you about what I think about the tank and how I think you guys can play it in your games and hopefully get good results in it. One thing you're gonna notice is that this tank has little DPM. It's not so much. 2500 is not typically what you want to be seeing in your tier 9 medium tanks. It is an autoloader, so it's gonna have less damage per minute to make up for its burst. The interclip is actually pretty good on the tank. I think 2.4 is right where you want to be. I think that's pretty fair, and I think it's a very reasonable number. The 250 mil APCR, that's going to be good for a lot of your tier 9 and tier 8 tanks. 330 heat is definitely the same. That'll be good for like a lot of the tier 10 mediums, but unfortunately, you are going to struggle against like things like E100 turrets, like mouse cheeks, IS7 this, Type 71 that. Like you're definitely going to notice like a lot of the limitations with the tank. And another limiting factor with the tank is definitely going to be its gun handling. It's got a 3-second aim time with 2.85 dispersion. That's honestly not that good considering that this is a full equipment with a lane drive and reticle calibration to decrease those figures. One thing I will say I like about the tank is the gun depression. I think 8 degrees on a profile like this is actually really good. And if you're using your max gun depression, you can really make the armor work in your favor, and that's definitely a good thing. And the speed of the tank, it's super fast. I think 62 forward is really, really good at top speed. Oftentimes we'll be hitting the 55 to the 58 numbers in your games, but with the 42-ton weight, you actually can ram a lot of the light tanks in the game. That's actually going to be one like very secret and nuanced way in which you can secure kills and hopefully get like good results out of that. It feels really mobile. It's got decent terrain crossing resistances, and I do like the traverses on the turret and the hull. That's actually really fast. And now I'm going to go over my loadout. My consumable is pretty simple. It's just multi-purpose speed boost and a repair kit. That'll be done with the consumable delivery system, so you just get those faster. Provisions are really simple. Because I run double repair, you only need you don't really need a protective kit. Just run double food and single fuel. Ammo is really normal. In hindsight, I think you should change this to where it's like all even numbers. So do something like this. That'll definitely be better. 34, 24, 6 is probably good. You honestly don't need that many HE rounds. Like I don't really feel like I've ever ran out of ammo on this tank. So you can address these figures to however you like. And finally, the equipment. Run calibrated shells. That's going to give it more pen. You don't really want vents on this tank. I think you want to take defense system. I don't know why I was on the other one. Take optics, lane drive. I think you can make an argument for bows, but I prefer enhanced armor on this tank. I believe I was running with. I take accelerator, so I am just generally faster. I think it's better than the traverse one. Delivery system, as we discussed earlier, getting the cooldown and consumables is way more important than having them last longer. And you can't really make a med kit and a repair kit last longer. It's a one-time use thing. So I'll definitely run this. Take toolbox and refine gun. So now I want to go over some games to hopefully get you guys some ideas on how to really play this tank and make it work. So in my first game, it's on Yamada Harbor. We're against tier 10 tanks. A lot of scary things. Actually, there really isn't a lot of heavy tanks in this game. So we're going to utilize that to our advantage and hopefully make really solid and effective decisions that'll actually give us an advantage. So one play I like to do early is go spot the mid cross. So that way I can catch up any unsurprising mediums. We're actually going to be the fastest medium there, so that's going to be a really good opportunity to use our initial for burst damage. One thing to note is that they have double TDs, so they're likely going to be sitting in like the normal bush in the back left-hand corner of this map, and we're just going to feel it out, see where our team is going to play, and if our team is going to be really passive, we can always leave, and we can always just adjust accordingly. That's one thing I really like about this thing is its mobility. We see the PTA. We're gonna put a nice little tracking shot of him. I try to get the second one, but it does unfortunately miss there. And I feel like if that hit, I think he would have been way more dead or like way more punished than he was. But hey, I mean, I'll take a 600 early clip. I think that's like super huge. And now I just think I want to spot middle, but I know the PJ is still signing me. I'm now unspotted. So now I'm thinking, do I want to spot the left? That's what I do here. Do I want to go spot up top? And I just really want to like get a feel for this game. I see this VK45-2B. He's definitely out of position, and now I'm thinking with like our heavies, they are pushing past our side of the bridge. So I know that they are probably at the middle or in their spawn or on the med flank. I get a wonderful double tracking shot here into this PTA, and he is dead because of it. So we're already off to a great start. 1400 damage basically at the start of the game. Like, I'm definitely not complaining. It is looking really good, and I think we're going to win this game. I see these T22 comes up. I'm going to be honest, I was a little frustrated. I think our E50M should have done a better job at covering me, but I see that he's bled a lot, so I'm just forced to play down here. This is a really safe spot when you're in this situation. Their team can't really push me. I actually have a lot of support here, so I just have to sit here and relax and be calm, so that way I can just keep my hit points alive, keep my gun in the game, and be useful for my team at later stages. Now that I'm unspotted, I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to play back here. I know that the T-22 can easily play here and shoot me, but I'm willing to take this risk so that I get map control. And now I see this K91 pushing up, and I wanted to put a shot into him. I'm willing to take a chance with the grill. Now that the grill's playing behind the house, I have the confidence to peek. I think I should have loaded gold for that shot, but I wanted to see if I could shoot the K91 turrets, and I was willing to take the risk. I really wanted to press my advantage with this game and give myself like a bigger opportunity. I do think I spotted the grill bleeding, so that's where some of the assistance came in, and another shot goes in the grill, and now hopefully I get more assistance damage, but it does not look like that. But I'm just holding this angle. I do mess up my movement here. Unfortunately, that shot misses, but hey, he didn't shoot me either, so you know, all is good. I think I do bleed out the Hori through my spotting. I think my tanks behind are able to shoot that, and we're definitely looking like we're gonna win this game. Now the VK45-2B is pushing up, and our 50M is doing a good job buying me time. I see this K91 here, and he's looking away, so we're gonna put two shots right where I think the Amarek is. And on the second shot, it definitely hits, and I have a feeling that if I keep shooting this Amarek, it's gonna either explode or he just won't have enough DPM, and I can just keep punishing him further. I see he puts one in. I'm pretty sure he is going on a way longer clip than me. The K91 reloads 3 shells with 350, while I reload 2 on 330. So I definitely know I have the advantage there, but the Yak Tiger picks up the kill, and now this game is really easy. I just have to go in, pull out my final 2 shots in the VK, and this game is effectively over. It's one shot in, and there's the second one. We do 3,600 damage in this game, pick up no kills, but I definitely was a very contributing factor for why my team was able to win this game so easily. And there we go. This was at a 6,400 rating. Definitely one of the easier sides of the games. Like definitely one of the easier games. This game wasn't so complicated and so difficult, but if you play really simply, you definitely can get what you want, and you definitely can get the results you want. Now this is a bit more of a complex game, I will say. We're bottom tier again, and it's on a map like Dead Rail. Dead Rail, to me, in my opinion, is definitely one of the slower maps in this game, where I don't really feel like you can get a lot done really fast. And they have 2 tank destroyers that can honestly be anywhere on this map. They can play A, B, or C, and until you spot them, you won't really know where they are. So I'm gonna look to getting some spotting for my tank destroyers and really set the tone for this game. I do like that our T100 LT is going to spot the middle, because if you spot the middle right, you can see a lot of the tanks crossing into C, and you can see the tanks that play middle. And their WZ-1321 has played the middle, and now he's in an awkward situation, and he needs to find a way to escape from there. And he's taken I want to say about 600 damage at the start of this game. We do spot the 907, the WZ is rotating. I'm expecting him to play the back left-hand corner where the C reset angle is. And this 907, there could be a lot of things behind it. He spotted me first, I didn't spot him. So I'm not really sure what's behind it. The T30 could be there. I want to say the 452K wasn't spotted yet, and the Foch wasn't spotted. So I'm guessing the Foch is playing the back right hand corner. Maybe the T30 is, but with the T100 LT spotted, I think the Foch only is back there. And I'm just put 2 blind shots in. I wanted to shoot left of the bush because most TD players don't actually play in the bush. They play slightly behind it. So if I shoot slightly behind a long tank, I'm very confident that my shots will hit. And I peek over now. I'm just going to chill here. I'm waiting to get spotted. And I noticed the gun shell come in. Now I pulled down. Definitely something was looking to me. I think it was the 132-1 that was looking for the shot. And now that I know I'm spotted, there's a Caro here. He could definitely hold off. I know that my Yag Tiger and our E4 could potentially help. But the area that needs the most help is actually our heavy ticks. They're not doing so well. And one reason why our heavies are not doing well is because we're pairing a VK which is kind of got nerfed and is not as effective as before, and a Chieftain which doesn't have a gold round anymore. It has Hesh, which definitely does not have the pen to go through E100s, definitely not a hold down concept on B, and so they're just struggling. So I'm going to go look to a blind shot here on the T30, playing this back corner. I thought I was safe. I get spotted here, definitely was from the concept, and he just puts in a huge round into me. I'm pretty sure I went for a 1-for-1 trade on the T30, and I definitely did not get the result I want. Trading 330 for 700. It's definitely not the type you want to. Definitely not the type of trade that you want to be making. I'm gonna go put a simple shot into the E100. Now you see the limitations with the 330 heat there. Struggles against E100s. It's definitely not that good against tier 10s, which is why I'm not so happy when I get placed in these tier 10 games. I'd rather be facing its tier 8s. In order to pick up the Concept 1B, I do bleed another shot from the E100, but I think it's worth it because I keep myself alive. The Concept 1B can't pressure me easily with this hold down gameplay, and I'm not immediately proxy spotted. Now this shot, I was looking for tracking shots so I can like potentially get my team to help me with it. That's why I shot these APCR rounds. Maybe I should have shot Heat instead, but if I shot Heat, I definitely would have been able to go for tracks, and I feel like at this game, when we're losing, we need to be making big plays. Now, a really good play that I make was getting the Foch to use its repair kit, and I'm guessing that is a tungsten speed boost Foch. So when that happens, when the Foch has no repair kit to protect itself, is going to play much more scared, especially now that it's on 500 hit points. And because it's pulling back, my heavies have a little more space to work with, and I see this Concept 1B pulling up. That's the problem with this 330 heat pen. It doesn't really go through like hold down heavies all that well. I wish I had more, but then the tank might be slightly broken, and I don't really want to say I want that either, but overall I do like this tank. I like the balance that it has. It provides a very fun playstyle, and this burst is very useful. But sometimes I feel like I'm playing a 330 single shot tank every 10 seconds, so it feels like I'm running around with like 2000 DPM, and overall it's not a good experience. But one thing I do like it for is like when like I just need to pick up a kill shot, I get 2 chances at it. So this Yak Tiger is going to spot the 907 again, and I'm going to hit this shot, and it goes in, and now I have a lot of space to work with. And the Foch is in middle, the E100, he was like in the AB area, now he's in town, and I don't really know where this WZ is right now. I'm guessing he could be in the back middle of spawn, but, or he could be in the back right hand corner. We'll have to see about where our mid tanks get spotted from, and that will give us a lot of insight into this WZ's positioning. I'm going to drive in now. I want to create a crossfire angle for this E100, and see if I can help my team out in any way. I don't think the E100 is going to give me a shot here, but like you'll never know, and you always want to take these chances and just hopefully you'll get lucky. I see the E100 pulling back, but our T100 picks up the kill here, and now I think the WZ is the back corner. I'm going to go for a really interesting spotting play, try to use the bush as my cover, and yeah, I kind of died there. Very unfortunate, very 100. Our damage ticker on the replay says it's 2200, but when we look to our endgame results, we do see that the number is actually slightly higher. It's a second class, and I think I hit 2 of my blind shots. I'm just gonna go check in the replay. It does look like I had 3 out of the 4 on the Foch, and I think I only shot 2 directly at the Foch. And I definitely know that my T30 shot was blind, and that definitely hit. When we look at the team results, just another decent game. 2 kills, 20-100, not bad, not bad. Our Yak Tiger and our Caro did well, and I like the T100's early play on middle. Now, thankfully for our final replay, this is a game on Port Bay. We're finally top tier. It's actually super exciting because they only have 2 tier 9 tanks on the enemy team. We only have 2 tier 9 tanks on the enemy team. And there's so many options I can do on this map. I can either play the corner. If my tanks aren't going to go play the corner, I can play the ridge on my left and farm from like a hold down position. Or I can play the middle, which is what I actually really want to do. Because they're tier 9s and they're tier 8s. They don't really have 10 degrees of gun depression. And their turrets aren't that strong. Like, the only tank that really can fight me in the middle is a tier 8 Emil. And I definitely have a DPM advantage over that. And I am willing to try and go take a 1v1, a 1v2, and try to win it. I'm not a fan of my heavy tank going into the town. I think that's not really what you want to be doing, but I'm going to look to the cross, and I'm going to shoot this Iraq. He's going to put a shot back into me, but I don't really care, because when he's on 700 hit points in the corner like that tank is never going to make a play, especially if you have 2 tanks there. I see this Projet, this Panthera here. He's trying to make a play, but we actually have help behind us, and we're able to use our clip to put 2 shots in and then hide behind the rock. We're going to use our terrain to our advantage. We're actually in a lot of cover because our tank is really not that big. And now that when I'm reloading, I'm going to look to the most threatening tank on their team, which is actually the 704. I try to shoot where I think his modules are located, and then for the second shot, I just wanted to place it where I think it was. And for this game, one thing I want to keep in note, actually, is my really good use of the high roll skill. Because we're trying to patiently aim in all of our shots, we have this skill come up on several occasions throughout the game, and that is going to be really effective for just dealing that extra bit of damage. Just a nice little roll there to pick off the Yak Tiger. I could have used it for the E75, but I think picking up that kill was more important to the team. And now I'm able to shoot this Scorpion. He's actually an HE1 clip. We hit 440 on the first shot. I actually think he pulls down for the second one, but we always want to take the blind shot HEs. Gotta flex our skills. And this E75 shot, I know he's on a reload. This Emil comes in, and the Emil looks like he's an easier target because I don't really know where the Scorpion is. We don't really need to risk ourselves yet. This game is actually surprisingly close, and this game is really simple. I've just been using the cover this whole time, and nothing is able to shoot me. That's because the turret of the tank is so small, and it's so hard to hit. And we're always trying to aim for modules. The first shot goes into the ammo rack, and then we're looking to aim for the ammo rack again. I hit it at the exact same spot twice in a row, and I wish the ammo rack exploded, but unfortunately it was not able to, and it just happens sometimes. But if you keep aiming for those ammo rack spots, then I promise you will able to get ammo racks in this tank. The autolures are actually surprisingly really effective for that. HE into the Scorpion. Unfortunately got low rolls, but I had a max roll ready, so I shoot the 704 instead, because I knew that was 35% chance to guarantee the kill, and I will always take those risks. Now finally, I just have to clean up this Emil, and I know this game is over, and I had a lot of fun playing this tank. I really love the clip. I love the mobility, I love the profile, and the armor can pull off a surprising amount of balances. I know we didn't get to see too many of those, but trust me, if you let this tank work and cook and play to its advantages, then you'll have a ton of great games in it. And I highly recommend playing this tank. You'll have a lot of fun with the line. And yeah, I hope you liked the video. I hope you were able to learn something from this. And I hope you have a good day, have a great night, and see ya.